Yeah, bruh. Got to get into this first game, which was actually it was good. So the Indiana State Utah game was good. Indiana State did come out eventually end up taking a huge lead on Utah, but Utah was able to fight back. I think it was a tie ball game at halftime. I think tied at like 44 apiece going into halftime. Robbie Avila was hitting some clutch threes. Um, Now we know for next time he goes up against Bash. I know, bruh. I completely should have went with my gut, bruh. I should have, but it is what it is. We definitely know for next time. Um, but yeah, Vila hits big threes. Davion Smith. I think I called him Delvin Smith. Um, my last show. I think that was a running back from Michigan. So my apologies to you, Davion Smith. But he had some clutch shots early on the ball game. But like I said, Avila, he was hitting some clutch threes. I've only watched a half of Indiana State. That center was hooping. Yeah, Robbie Avila for sure. Like I said, he hit big shots when Utah was trying to. I think when Utah took the lead or when they were trying to take the lead, Avila would hit like a couple shots to keep him at bay, which ultimately led to Utah eventually winning by 10. Not Utah, excuse me. Indiana State winning by 10. I think they went up as much as like 18 at one point in the second half. Let's see, I got the largest lead right here. Oh, 15, excuse me, not 18, 15. So they went up as much as 15 at one point in the second half. Other players that did well for Indiana State include Isaiah Swoop with 15. Ryan Conwell had 27. Yeah, he had an amazing game. Then, like I said, Davion Smith had 28 for Utah. Just an extraordinary game. Gabe Madsen, he only had 8, but he had a couple threes in the game. Brandon Carlson had 17. And Cole Badgerman in the first half was really phenomenal. He had 14 to finish the game, though. Just an offensive firepower game. As y'all could tell, final score being 190 combined points between the two teams. Game was just completely filled with firepower. Threes were raining all over the place. Utah had 17 made threes. Indiana State had 12 made threes. Utah shot 5 less. So Utah shot 17 to 29, which is 58 or 59% if you round up. Indiana State was 12 of 34, 35% from 3, which is still pretty good. Obviously, Utah shot way better, but still a good percentage. Field goal percentage, Utah was 34 of 65, while Indiana State was 37 to 65. 52% for Utah, 57% if you round up for Indiana State. Like I said, just the offensive firepower of the game. But the difference in the game was the free throws. Utah, 5 of 10 from the free throw line, while Indiana State was 14 of 20. Shot double the amount of free throws, made, what was that, like 2.4 as many free throws as Utah? Don't quote me on that math, but I think that's right. No, it's not right because 3 times would be 15. So they made 2.8 as many free throws. As Utah, no really advantage on the rebounding end. Your assists was pretty similar. Turnovers pretty similar. Like I said, man. Oh, here we go. Another advantage here. Points in the paint. Indiana State had 50 points in the paint. Utah had 28 points in the paint. So a 22-point margin there. Fouls were pretty much the same. 17 fouls for Utah, 16 for Indiana State. But like I said, man, just a real offensive game. Indiana State just made plays, hit open threes, went on a big run in the second half, which, like I said, stretching out to 15, which Utah could not overcome. So shout out to Robbie Avila and Indiana State Sycamores making it to the NIT championship. We got to move on to Georgia and Seton Hall. And